The title of today's lesson is Decimal Place Value. Before we jump into decimal place value, I want to do a quick review with just place value in general. So here's our number. Say it with me, 63,214. Okay? And we're going to start off by just calling out the place of each number. 4, ones place. 1, tens place. 2, hundreds place. 3, thousands place. 6, 10,000s place. And this number is in standard form. Okay? Underneath, the number is in word form. 63,214. And finally, expanded form. Okay, I've decided to break up the value of each number. For my 10,000s place, we have 6 10,000s, so it has a value of 60,000. We have 3,000 plus 200 plus 10 plus 4. Okay, and that was very necessary because as we get into decimal place value, we're also going to focus on the 3 forms. Okay, it's pretty much the same, it's just going to look a little different, but I think you will enjoy it. All right, so beginning with decimal place value. Over here, you are seeing 3 sets of decimals. This first one is 37 and 1/10. Notice I've highlighted the 1, okay? The pronunciation of the place is tenths, okay? Anything to the right of the decimal is smaller than 1 whole, and anything to the right of the decimal is greater than 1. So this 7 here is still in the ones place, and this 3 is in a tens place. But as we go behind the decimal to its right, the numbers get smaller, and the correct pronunciation for this place is tenths. Okay, let's look below. We have 37 and 1200s. So the second number to the right of the decimal is the hundreds place. Okay. Number 3, 37 and 124 thousandths. Okay, so the third number to the right of the decimal is the thousandths place. Okay, so let's breathe and take that all in. Okay, the first number to the right of the decimal is the tenths place. The second number to the right of the decimal is the hundredths place. And the third number to the right of the decimal is the thousandths place. Okay, let's do some practice. We're just going to use our notes right here. Okay, this is pronounced 54 and 2/10. Okay, so I'm going to fill it in and write tenths here. Next, we have 54 and 23. You say hundreds. Okay, so I'm going to write hundreds here. The second number to the right of the decimal. And last but not least, the third number to the right of the decimal is in the thousandths place. 54 and 234 thousandths. Hopefully you're following me so far. Okay, let's move down just a little bit. How to say numbers with decimals. Okay, so just listen to me and you say at home exactly what I say. 610 and 71 hundredths. 510 and 327 thousandths. Okay, I want to point out whatever is the last number or whatever place is in is the number you will say at the end of saying this whole number. Okay. Over here we have 5 and 4 hundredths because the 4 is in the hundredths place. 8 tenths. Okay. Notice there's no other numbers around it, but it is the first number to the right of the decimal, and that is the tenths place. So again, 8 tenths. Standard form to written form. So here's my decimal, 267 and 3 thousandths. I'll say it again, 267 and 3 hundredths. So what we're doing now is moving into the 3 forms. So we're going to look at the standard number and we're going to write it in word form, okay? 267 and 3 thousandths. The 3 is in the thousandths place. Let's look at another example. Try to say this decimal without me briefly. All right, hopefully you said 12 and 100th. Okay, the second number to the right of the decimal. Very good. In word form, we will write 12 and 100th. See if you can say this one based on the place of the number behind the decimal. Okay, 12 and 4/10. 12 and 4/10. Flipping over. Okay, here we're moving into expanded form. So we're starting off with standard form of the number to expanded form, okay? Read the decimals with me. 5 and 2600ths, okay? Expanded form, we're breaking apart each number based on its value and its place. So our 5 is in its ones place, so it has a value of 5. So we're just writing 5 here. Plus 2/10. This is 2/10. The first number to the right of the decimal. So I wrote the decimal and I wrote 2. Plus 600ths, okay? The 6 is in the hundreds place. The hundreds place is always the second number to the right of the decimal. And that's why I have this 0 here. Because if I did not include the 0, we would have to read it as 6/10. But that would be incorrect. It's 600ths, okay? And let's see if that is true. So here I wrote it as 5. I'm adding the 2/10. I'm adding the 600ths, and then I add it all up, and it gives me, again, 5 and 2600ths. Okay, let's look at number 2. The correct way to say this is 13 and 8100ths, okay? So I'm going to break down the 13 into tens and ones. There's a 1 in the tens place, so it has a value of 10. There's a 3 in the ones place, so its value is 3, plus 8/10. Plus 100ths. Again, we have our 8 in the right place. The first number to the right of the decimal is tenths, and the second number to the right of the decimal is hundredths. Over here, I've written it correctly. I start out with my whole numbers, with my numbers that are greater than 1, 10, 3. I make sure they're all in the right place. 8/10 plus 100ths, and I add everything up, and I get 13 and 8100ths, just like the number in standard form. All right, here's our last example. This is read as 239 thousandths, okay? This 9 is in the thousandths place, so we always want to end by saying thousands. We have no ones. All right, so let's start. Our 2 is in the tenths place, okay? This is how you write 2/10. Okay, this is how you write 300ths. Make sure that number is second from the decimal. And here we have 9 thousandths. The thousandths place, is 3 spaces to the right of the decimal, okay? So it is written correctly. Okay, now I come over here and I write it 2/10 plus 300ths plus 9 thousandths. Everything is written correctly. Make sure those decimals are lined up correctly and everything is in its place, okay? And then we add it all up and we get 239 hundredths. All right, make sure you watch this video again and take good notes and have fun with your lesson.